What is going on, everybody? Episode 129, WIwrestle Podcasts. Nate, what is going on? I know you're trying to find some seating information out in the deep web, but you find
My,
anything?
no, my eyes are. I don't even know what I look like there. Was I just zoned in?
You were like right here.
I don't have my glasses on, so I'm trying to read the screen. I feel like an old man.
Man,
I
glasses have an amazing purpose, so you can see.
what's that?
Oh, but you don't wear them because of the glare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I well, as you said, things are going good. The weather's been great. Trying to enjoy it. So yeah, but no, I'm trying to. If anybody listening knows where this is, I'm trying to dig up, and you've been doing the same. We have not had much luck trying to dig up the seating criteria for individual state. I do believe I found that. This was posted by Jason Luloff on our forum in 2023. So this could be wrong. It might be out of date, but this is what it was in 2023. It was head-to-head competition, like from top to bottom. Head-to-head competition against common opponents, returning state champion, returning second or third place finisher, returning fourth through sixth place finisher, sectional champion, returning state qualifier from previous season, and winning percentage in current season. So that was the individual one. I did find the team seeding criteria. The other one I'm trying to find is the wild card. How the wild card is awarded, because as you were saying
Because
offline, there is a possibility that people riot in the streets. I think because I
I
don't
think people
know.
might make signs and pitchforks and stuff. Because this all stemmed from we're looking at some of the team sectional brackets. A team like I love Pewaukee. Don't get me wrong. Go
You're
Pirates.
a Pewaukee native.
Pewaukee. I don't know if they should be seated one ahead of Port Washington and Kewaskum. We know how strong those programs are. They're on the bottom half of that bracket. If the seeding criteria is the same as what goes into the team sectionals, is that going to mess up with the wild card? So does a
Yeah,
team that have a lot of people going individual state, does that hold a lot of weight? That got us to talking about, well, if we think about that Nina sectional versus some other sectionals that maybe have a little easier time, is that going to, throw a little loop in things? Could
yeah.
you imagine?
And the answer we don't know, but we're just speculating. So we're trying to find what that is. If we do
Brown
find
Deer's
it,
going to team state.
yeah. If we do find it, we will share it. We'll share it with everyone. But we did find an individual one, but again, it wasn't on. I didn't find it on the WI website or something like that. I found it on our forum of all places, from Jason Luloff, who would be a reliable source. I just don't know if it's out of date because it was 2023, so I don't know if it's the same one. But reading off of that one again, Jake, I wonder if you have the same thought that I do. So it went head to head. Head-to-head competition against common opponents, returning state champion, returning second or third place, returning fourth and sixth, sectional champion, returning state qualifier from the previous season, and winning percentage in current season. Give me your initial thought on hearing those, and I'm going to tell you the first thing that came to my mind.
Do it one more time.
All
Read
right,
it off one
so
more time.
this was from 2023. So again, one more time, I'm not positive it's up to date, but I think it is.
The first thing is
Head-to-head
head to head.
Head-to-head competition against common opponents. Number 3, returning state champion. Number 4, returning second or third place finisher. 5, returning fourth through sixth place finisher. Number 6, sectional champion. 7, returning state qualifier. 8, winning percentage in current season.
Holds a lot of weight on past year.
That was my initial thought, which is
Why wouldn't the winning percentage of the season you're actively in be ahead of what is returning?
all of those.
Right?
All of
Wouldn't that
those.
make
Yeah,
more
that was the
sense?
last. It was number 8 on that seeding criteria.
Wouldn't you want to
I
go head to head, common opponent, winning percentage?
Yeah, I
You
would.
think maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, people that are making this are clearly doing more
Somebody
research.
may have sent it to me. Hold on, Jake.
Um,
Criteria under season.
but
Oh yeah, I found this. This is so the person that just texted me this. That's seeding criteria for team state, but wild card seeding. I found that.
wild
That
card, man, that's the $1 million question. It's going to be so interesting. Um, man,
seeding criteria, all divisions. State qualifying terms will be released on Sunday following the state tournament. The state tournament management program will be used to determine seed. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. So this is the individual. So it's the same. This is still what I got sent is exactly what we read off. So I did find that. I don't know why I was thinking that was for team state,
So
but I literally have
that's the
that
seeding
pulled
of the
up.
teams.
Yeah.
But we're
But,
curious of the wild card
well,
process.
that is the individual.
That
But yes, we are. That's the team.
oh
What's on the WIA website under like the boys team tournament series, section E, that is for individual. But yes, we are trying to find the wild card seeding, or however you determine who the wild card is.
yeah
Because like obviously we're not going to know yet, because I'm sure like results from individual state play into that factor. But I am highly curious of it, because as we would know, the more people you have at the big dance, the better your chances are. And if you're a team that's in an easier sectional, I'm venturing to guess more numbers at the tournament can help you.
yeah.
So
A lot of talent left home. A lot of
but yeah,
talent.
the individuals way too weighted on past seasons. Way too much weight.
Yeah, it's like you wrestle a whole season. That's a lot of data. That's a lot of
Like,
stuff.
well, especially in high school, like the amount of skill guys can, like how much better someone can get over. We see it every year. I think our first year we were like Ethan Riddle, holy crap! But like every year, the change that these guys in high school can make within 6 months, let alone an entire year, is absurd. So and also if you win if you win a state title or you place fifth at 106 pounds, and then the next year you hit a growth spurt and you're wrestling 132 at state. Should a 106-pound state result fifth place or something? Should that really hold much weight at all? That's two different ballparks you're playing in. If you were like 106 and 132, switching years, there should be little to no weight on previous years. That should almost be
Yeah.
like the tiebreaker. If you guys see it, if the seeding points were the same.
Yeah, there's a lot of brackets where I'm looking at them and I'm like, man, it's good that he won or did this last year, but it just does not make any sense. The biggest thing is just like, how do you lose to someone at individual sectionals and you're seated ahead of them? I don't get it. I don't. Someone explain it to me. Make it make sense, because it doesn't make sense. In no world can I lose a week ago and then be seated ahead of that individual. That's baloney. It's insane. It happens so many times in those brackets. It's like that loss does not mean a thing. It's nuts.
No, it doesn't.
Like unreal. The fact that there's a kid that's number 4 in the country and he's a 5 seed in his state bracket is crazy to me. How is that even possible? How can you have a single
Hunter
loss?
Stevens?
Hunter Stevens has 1 loss to number 2 in the country. And he's the 5 seed at individual state and Division 2? Dude, come
I think
on.
4 seed.
Oh.
4 seed, just to be.
Okay. Like, are you freaking dude?
Yeah, and he's wrestling the 5 seed, who is a guy. Yeah,
Which,
yeah.
granted, Max Gonzalez throws a wrench in it. Didn't have a season last year. Yes, it doesn't help his case. But like, man, if we had a little human input, you go in and be like, we got to separate these two. All 3 of the same. Have him and Ingham all in the same half of the bracket is nuts. Whoever the 2 seeded is freaking very happy right now. I think I just got the text that you just got. Any info on it?
Yeah, hold on, let me read it. Get going on whatever the next thing you were going to talk about.
We've got 5 team sectionals live on Saturday. I'm going to see if I can pull them up here. We've got Slinger. We got D1 sectional D Slinger. We've got D1B sectional at Nina. We've got D3D Valders. We've got.
Jake, can you pull up the video that we
Peter
got sent, and we can just watch that all together?
I could try to pull it in
Put the
here.
link in the doc.
Yeah, if you put the link in the doc. We got Cedar Grove, Belgium, and then we just added Key Wascom. So we got 5 events. Man, we're rolling. A lot of live stuff. 1 subscription gets access to everything. Should be another great weekend of wrestling. And if you subscribed last week, you get this weekend, and you get all the state coverage, all the team state coverage. It's going to be awesome. But
doc. We should just watch this.
Yeah. One other thing.
So for those wondering about, sorry, do you want to watch it right now? Okay.
Let me just say one last thing. We have the girls bracket reveal with the wild card selection on Sunday at 3 p.m. So girls bracket release 3 p.m. It will be live on everything, plus the news networks below. We're on ABC, man. Woo woo. On Facebook, Rokfin, YouTube, we'll have it live. We have the girls bracket release and the boys wild card spots will be announced live 3 p.m. this Sunday. Tune in live. Quick turnaround from team sectionals. But you said there's a link.
Well, I put it in the doc. So team state seeds, I'm trying to understand this. Team state seeds and the wild cards compare the kids in the respective weight class as a point total is accumulated like a duel. Wild card will be the second place team from the 7 sectionals that has the highest point total in the comparison.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try it. It's a
Team state
13-minute video.
seeds and the
Are we
wild
watching
cards
this as a
compare the
group?
kids in the respective weight class as a point total is accumulated like a duel. That part I get.
I feel like we're in class. Are we presenting this to everybody?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
called Informing the People. It's what we're here
All right,
for.
all
This
right.
is the video that we were sent explaining WIwrestle state seeding. Wild card will be the second. I believe this is for individual state, the video, but also, to my understanding, it works the same.
Okay. This is sick if this is going to work. I hope the audio doesn't get all distorted, but we're going to give it a run here.
Okay.
Seems like it's working.
Do you hear anything?
Yeah, I hear it.
What?
I hear it.
Oh, I don't hear it. I wonder if Facebook hears it or like the.
You don't
I don't
hear
think they
it?
can hear it. No.
Oh, I hear it. That sucks. Well, let's just take a look at the slides, shall we?
They seed every kid in each weight class 1 through 7.
So this is the first slide. What are you thinking from this first thing?
Oh, we don't have to watch it. State seeding uses a system of scoring seed points. Whoever scores the most points gets seeded the highest. You can score 1 point against each opponent in your bracket. Thus, in D1, the most you can score is 15 points. In D2, D3, the most you can score is 11 points.
Well, that's a little bit different now.
Yeah. I think so.
Where you fall on the ladder helps you seed.
We're all in this. I mean, we are live trying to figure this out, which is fine. I'm sure other people are doing the same.
It's definitely going to make more sense if you're listening to somebody.
Well, what did
Now
you hear?
I mean, I guess it's a little bit different now because it's 14. People are saying that they should have done, well, it's a time constraint, but they should have done 2 at large for each, which I kind of like that idea. Which it's two more matches. That's 28 per division. They can make time for that. What is you look like your wheels are turning. What are you thinking?
I'm just reading. Each seed has a point value. The team with the most points gets the wild card. Badgers love seeds. Any clue where he is going? I don't have Stenberg. I don't have any clue about where he's going. Can't hear it. Yeah, Jake, might as well turn that video off. This is what I'm saying. As well, qualification to get assessed as your team.
Well, the video is off
as your team section. Oh, okay, sorry.
because you're
Hot take. Okay. Qualification to get assessed is your team has to finish true second at your team section. Okay. Well, I mean, it provides a little more clarity, but I guess I knew that part. You have to finish second to be considered. Team state seeds and the wild cards compare the kids in the respective weight class as a point total is accumulated like a duel. So you accumulate those points from state then and like sectionals, like the postseason, like where they place at sectionals or how they do if they're a state qualifier, if they're a state placer. Like I'm assuming that's how you accumulate points.
you're talking about the wild card.
Yeah, I'm really trying to figure that out. I
But
just want to know if people are going to get screwed on the wild card.
But the state hasn't happened yet, so it had to be all from that season or past
Yeah,
season.
well, I'm not going to figure out who the wild card is, but I want to know the criteria of how you determine the wild card, because then you can be at state and you can kind of do some mental math, be like, oh, looks like Pulaski is right now.
But we learned the wild card this Sunday. State hasn't happened yet.
I know.
So then why are you talking about last year's state?
No, I'm trying to think ahead. We will look at it and oh wait, state. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Because the wild card we announce on this Sunday.
yes, after team sectional. So it's state is not weighted into it. The team state seeds are weighted off of state. So that's where it's clunky. So
Yes. Okay. Then how the heck do you determine the wild card? Other than needing to be second place is all I've figured out.
I'm calling it now. The second place team at the Nina sectional is going to get screwed by a team that had a cake schedule and had a ton of people qualify. It's going to happen. And if that happens, people are going to riot.
Yeah, I think the only other justification of a place that I would be okay with is say, like John had it, and we did you post the pics? John had it as Menominee. I
No,
think I
because our
would.
boy, the GOAT, hasn't put
Oh,
his wild cards in yet.
Crosby didn't put his correct.
Yeah. Crosby, let's go, dude. You can't call yourself the GOAT and be the slowest one.
Wild card is after team state. No,
No, it's after
team
team
sectionals.
sectional.
I think that's what Scott meant.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I'm in a little bit of a mental pretzel. There's a lot of things going on right now.
Let's move forward. Let's see what people put in the comments, and we can potentially revisit that one. We have sectional brackets to talk about. We have some things.
So we've got, like we said, we've got the girls bracket reveal at 3 p.m. on Sunday, plus the wild card. That's going to be a lot of fun.
That's gonna be so much fun.
It's going to be a quick turnaround. I'm super excited. Loaded weekend. 5 sectionals live this weekend. But do we just want to dive into the Slingler team sectional real quick, talk about it, see what we got, or do we want to go individual
Yeah. I mean, that's another interesting one too. Oconomowoc not being the 1 seed, I felt was a little crazy. I guess it is what it is now. Was it Hartford is the 1 seed, I believe, right?
Hartford's the 1. Slinger, West Bend are on the bottom half of the top half. And then Ocon, Germantown, and Arrowhead has a bye. Dude, this is the thing that I just don't really understand. Is like Oconomowoc had beaten Arrowhead.
Well, they only had 3 state qualifiers. Hartford had 5, so that's why.
But see, that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me is like the reason we're doing a dual meet is it's different scoring than individual. So you're going to have different results. There's different head-to-heads within the bracket, so qualifications is different. You could have 3 really good hammers. They hold more weight, but if you have 10 average guys that are going to like, that's where it gets clunky. And I guess there's not a great way to do it. But like, if head-to-head is the number one thing, then what does the head-to-head mean?
Yeah.
Like,
why is it not taken into account there?
And Oconomowoc, and I mean, I pick Oconomowoc to get out of this. And maybe a warm-up duel is great for them, but like, Germantown's no slouch. They're not as good as they were, but I don't know. It's interesting. And Oconomowoc won the regional. Or the
Yes,
sectional.
it's still one which
So
I think points to the testament of like a team thing. Like, yes, they only had 3 state qualifiers, but clearly everybody in their team had to have wrestled pretty, like they had to have all placed or like done well, because collectively as a unit, you still, if you only won it with 3 guys and 7 of them lost first round, then you wouldn't win it, right? There's not enough. The tournament's not a big enough tournament for those points to like really add up. So yeah, it's a collective thing as a team. They won the sectional with only 3 state qualifiers. I feel like that's it's a pretty good team.
So the other thing I don't understand is, and I guess I didn't when they came out with the seeds, it made sense. Well, it doesn't make sense, but you see it happen. Why wasn't it just seeded the top 6? You know, you take first, you're the first seed. You literally just had all the competition within that sectional. Just seed it how they played out.
Yeah, and
One is Ocon.
I forgot about this. I mean, this is also true though. I have it in the notes, but you want to talk about the 2 and 3 seeds? Oconomowoc beat Arrowhead in the head-to-head duel in conference this year.
I just said that.
Oh, sorry.
That's why it's so crazy. Oconomowoc balled out. They beat everybody in the Classic 8. Classic 8 slept on. That's a really good conference. You would know. You're an alum of the Classic 8.
So Craig, I'm not mad at you. I'm just insane. Like,
come on, Craig.
How can team head-to-head have no weight in this? You're doing a team duel tournament. If they wrestled head-to-head, that should be like the number one criteria of the duel. If one team beat the other team in the duel in the season, how does that not take into account?
Did Arrowhead and has Hartford?
When McGonigal beat Muskego and Waukesha West and Arrowhead, they lost to Oconomowoc. Oconomowoc beat McGonigal, Arrowhead. I don't remember the Waukesha West result. They lost to Muskego. So everybody kind of had a loss, I believe. Arrowhead, and then some of them lost more than others. But yeah, that's a different sectional too.
Ocon hasn't wrestled Hartford, right? I don't think so. Maybe.
I think I know where they would have if they did, but I can't recall. Hold on.
Ocon's having a nice year, dude. They got a nice team. They lose a couple seniors, which is going to hurt them, but
Un momento.
well, they lose a massive senior and they lose Ernst.
I'm
gonna look up Oconomowoc.
I got it right now. Hold on. The one.
Also, it's crazy that I've been seeing this just because I follow like the local clubs or whatnot. Oconomowoc can't use the raccoon as their mascot for their club. It's like so funny watching them deal with that. Let's see.
Oconomowoc did not wrestle Hartford. Coleman.
They put the beat down on McGonigal though. They lost to Muskego.
Yep.
They beat West. They beat Arrowhead.
Yes, I said all this. Oh, West. Yes.
I'm just going through their Instagram.
Oh, I was on USA Reckoning. Yeah. Okay, so that's messed up. Negative. Brian said they did not beat Hartford.
Okay.
All right. Well, even if the Hartford people were shocked that they got the 1 seed, there you go. Team head-to-head is number 1. I know it does not. Now the comments are getting me confused. All right, let's keep moving.
Okay, so this is that.
Twice.
So
and hold on. Slinger is the well, Hartford, if I was you, I'd be really upset about that seed then. Slinger gets a warm-up duel, and then they wrestle you, who they've beaten twice this year.
Oof. Slinger's beaten Hartford? Who the hell is seeding these? What do you mean? I didn't know that. Slinger's beaten Hartford twice this year?
That's what where's Walters' comment?
Come on, dude.
Slinger beat us twice. I'm trying to dig back through a million of different results I've written down.
I'm going to blow a gasket. How on God's green earth is Hartford the one if they've lost to Slinger, who's not even a top 3 seed? Dude, what are they? I think they're trying to mess with everybody. Someone's laughing at everybody right now. Ha ha ha.
Hartford beat McGonigal and Germantown, it looks like.
Okay.
But those are, well, Germantown. Okay. I'm trying to look back on old.
That's nuts, dude. What? I didn't know that.
Oconomowoc lost to Slinger at the Gunslinger to start the year, but that's an individual tournament.
I want to know why they just don't head-to-head duels and then they go off of the placement at the sectional. That seems too simple, right? They've got to make it sound way more fancy.
Yeah, that I feel like that I think on surface without really diving into it, I think I'd be okay with just that.
It's a two-step process. You go head-to-head.
If you haven't wrestled, if you haven't wrestled in a head-to-head, just let's go ahead and just sectional play like how you teams place at sectionals. Call it a day. Chalk it up.
Because if it is if it's based on your region, you probably had some duels and some overlap, so you can kind of manipulate it that way. That's insane. That is actually nuts. Wow. Okay.
All right. So confirmed. Yeah. So now I'm reading comments. Yeah. Hartford lost to them twice, but they're still seated above them. I understand. I've actually said this all year with rankings, with team rankings. Sometimes coaches are like, well, we didn't have our guys down to weight classes yet. So and so. Yeah. It's like, if you lost, you lost. Because it's the strength of your team. That's the beauty of team rankings is like, all right, next man up sort of thing. which I'm assuming Brian probably would agree with. But yeah, so it's like you lost, you lost. It doesn't matter if you had uh, three starters out or not. Like that's why it's a team ranking, because if your team's pretty dang good too, that obviously can help having backups or the rest of your team being able to overcome that. But yeah, so
So let's just look at this bracket too. I'm gonna try to pull up the sectional, kind of cross compare, but I gotta find it first. This is
yeah, I
so
was gonna
this.
say Jay Wade, you cannot. I know that was also a big thing at individual sectionals. Those didn't seem to be that bad from the ones that I did look at. I know when it first came out, I was at one sectional. The coaches there were not happy. I got texts from multiple different people at other sectionals where coaches were not happy that essentially the formula was the formula, and you cannot argue or special consideration of someone's seed at individual sectionals. So unless they had under 10 matches. So if they had 9 or less, you could basically special consideration. This guy should be moved up to the 2 seed, or this guy should be moved down, whatever. But everybody else was locked in, and you could not argue them up or down. It was just based off of formula. I know a lot of people were really upset about that at sectionals. And as I said, the brackets I looked at, at least at sectionals, it didn't seem to be too bad. It didn't seem to be too bad, but I can still see being upset.
Because there was rumblings of people that are like, "Hey, we're gonna maybe drop a tougher tournament and go get some wins," which
Yeah.
I hate that thought process. But if that's what you got to do to get more people to state, and if that's the ultimate thing, and then if that has more carryover effect than next year because of how much they hold the weight of the previous season, um, yeah, there's no like perfect thing. But all right, so I want to look at this. So this is the other team sectional we'll have
Who
live.
do you think? Who did you pick to come out of the slinger sectional, team sectional? Who was your pick?
Let me pull it up.
Does Crosby have his thing in so we can post Crosby? Jeez.
I got it. I should know this, dude. My brain's kind of fried right now. You got Slinger, where I got
O'Connell. No,
coming out
you
of
picked,
Slinger.
you picked.
I got Ocon.
So did I. Crosby and John picked Slinger.
Damn, they're riding high on
We
the Slinger
saw
folk.
them.
Which Slinger's a great team. I think Oconwalk's just got a little bit. I mean, it's crazy. Oconwalk, best team in a long time, but yeah, I got Slinger. But it's crazy to look at some of these other teams that would win. It's like, oh my gosh, like they're not very good. But anyways, okay. So other team sectional we'll have live is the Kewaskum. My beloved Pirates sit atop this bracket. Kewaskum is the 2. Port Washington is the 3. These two teams dueled in season. Can you please remind me who won? Because I'm going to forget. It was Kewaskum that beat Port, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
That
Yes.
makes a little sense. But if you look at the sectional scoring, Kewaskum won with 245 points, Port Washington 235 and a half, and then Pewaukee 229. Where on earth does Pewaukee get the one? Because in their dual season, they had not beaten anybody. Is it because they just didn't lose to a common opponent, so they slide up over them?
Didn't we just? Maybe I'm going in circles here. Didn't we just say the state qualifiers take into account for the team sectional seating?
Is that what it was? But I'm pretty
They
sure.
had 6.
I wonder how
Did
many.
you
Let's see.
know that? Your Pewaukee. I'll tell you. I have it right
How
here.
many did Kewaskum get through? Dude, that final round at Port
Washington
Washington,
had 5. Pewaukee had 6, and
not as many as my senior year, 8 to state.
Port had 6 as well.
That final round of the true second, Port Washington was on every single mat. It felt like there's only 2 mats. That place was rocking. That might have been the most fun round of wrestling. It was so much fun. I had sure, I was like, damn, we're still here, but dude, it was electric. Eric Braun had the nastiest lat drop of all time against Melkar, and I thought he was going to pin him. It was nuts. Insane. I don't know how he hit that. It was the cleanest thing I've ever seen. He ultimately getting teched or maybe pinned. But for a glimmer, for a second there, I was like, holy smokes. But yeah, so this is another interesting one. I don't know, but we're gonna have that one live. We'll have Cedar Grove live. We'll
Who do
have
you,
Valley
who do,
live.
who, let me, I'm gonna read your pick. By the way, we have a whole list of all these picks. We're gonna release them right after the show. The GOAT, as he put in for his name, that would be Crosby Schlosser, has been telling us that it's ready to go. Meanwhile, he didn't finish filling it all the way out. So, shame on Crosby. Jake, your pick in this one was, you picked Port Washington. I picked Port Washington. Crosby picked Kewaskum, and John picked Port Washington.
Dude,
I
Port
did
Washington
want
is
to
on the up, dude, and they're only going to get better. They got some really good kids coming in. They got a really strong dude. Watch out for the Piranhas. That's all I'm saying. I saw picture day. There's a lot of talent coming up. They're hungry. They got new
saw it.
colors. They got new gear, dude. Also, awesome wrestling room. But
I
I love Port Washington. But that's not why I picked them. They're a good squad. They've got some talent. They've got some heavy hitters. They've got some young guys. They've got a really just solid squad throughout.
I told Scott. I texted Scott Rhodes yesterday, the head coach at Kewaskum, and I told him that I picked Kewaskum, and our picks are going to be released, and it's obviously me picking Port Washington. I did pick Kewaskum, but then I waffled. I waffled and I flipped. So sorry.
Why'd you switch?
I can't give it away. I just think I basically went through the lineups and I was like, and this is my own coach talk, but if things shake out the way I thought they would, going through lineups and like trying to do the mental gymnastics of how coaches change their lineups, I was like, I think they could beat them.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. It's gonna be awesome. I'll be watching one live, and I'll be able to watch the one. You'll be up at Nina. I'll have that live. I'm gonna have so many screens going.
Let's go to that one next. Let's do that one.
Okay.
We got a couple more of that. We have 5 live this weekend. We have 5 different team sectionals live. Holy frick.
And it's $15, dude. That's the best $15 you can spend.
And you can watch any of them.
And all the archive stuff.
If anybody wants us to go live on another one,
you need to add me as an admin to Nina, by the way.
oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, switch her over. Screen share. Nina, Kakana is your number one. That's the
Yeah.
first thing right all day.
But everyone's across the board. Kakana's winning this.
Dude, this is the only team sectional that should have 6 teams in it. Every other team sectional, shave off the bottom 2.
I said that in the beginning from before they even made the change.
Is insane.
Keep it at 4.
Every single freaking team in here is ranked or has been ranked.
You should keep it at 4. I've said that from the very beginning. Yes, every single team in this sectional has or is ranked, has been or is ranked this year, which is insane. We only rank the top 8 teams, and 6 of them here have been ranked.
So obviously we got Kakana winning it. They're going to steamroll everybody.
But the second place is, that is the talk. Is that
so
true?
If you're that second, if you're that team, if you're not Kakana, where would you want to be placed?
I don't think it matters because you have.
You're going to have to wrestle back.
Mm-hmm. It's true second. I mean, I genuinely think there's if you wrestled a round robin between the other 5 teams, there's not one of those teams that would come out of here undefeated. Not one. They will all, and I don't know who it is specifically, they will all beat each other.
It's crazy that you removed Nina from this. They were all in the Pulaski invite. These teams, they're very common. They've been around the block together. Read me the picks. I think I had Casco as the second place team.
Yep. Let me pull it up. Let's see. We had. I had Kakana and Casco. You had Kakana and Casco. The GOAT had Nina and Kakana and Nina, and John had Kakana and Hortonville. Hortonville and Nina 3 and 4 in the state. I mean, they are the next top 2 ranked teams in that team sectional.
Is this like a miracle thing where like someone beats Kakana?
No.
You know the crazy thing is?
I guess you don't see that till it happens, but no.
If you told me this was the team state bracket, this is tougher than the team state bracket.
It will be, yeah.
Let's just take a second to look at this. This is tougher than the team state bracket.
Yeah, well, an exception to a team like Holman, they're really good.
Holman or an Oconomowoc, but dude, some of these other ones, every single team's been ranked. It's nuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Insane. I'm excited. We'll have this one live. Man, it's nuts.
So Bayport Nina is a fun one. I think
Dude, they're all fun ones.
I'm trying to look on old stuff I've written down. I wish I was more
The amount of
organized.
just firepower this gym is going to be rocking. You're going to be in
Bay-
for a treat on
Bay-
Saturday.
Bayport. What?
Dude, I said you're going to be in for a treat.
I know. I'm really hoping the fans here like show up.
Well, dude, all very great fan bases.
That's what I'm saying. I hope they show up because the gym will be insane if they do. Wisconsin Rapids, beat Bayport, lost to
Man.
basketball.
You know, Kakana's, I mean, yeah, this is going to be nuts.
It's gonna
What
be
do
so
you,
awesome.
what do
I'm
you,
just reading through the old stuff. Hortonville was obviously second at Pulaski, behind Kakana. They were ahead of all the other teams that were there. Kakana beat Hortonville 47-19 this year because a bunch of them are FVA teams too. Nina, Kakana, Hortonville, all in the same conference. So they've all dueled each other this year. Hortonville smashed Nina this year. So that's
really?
yes, and in their duel. So it's like, does that replicate, or does it change now that Cook and Shepard have both dropped weight classes? Does that help them? Does it hurt them? Find out
That,
there.
someone in the comments asked how many qualifiers for Holman. Holman
Uh,
has 7.
you looked it up.
Yeah. So Holman got through. Second place finish was Needham at 106. First place finish for Henderson at 113. Lancaster was first at 120. Needham was first at 126. Henderson first at 138. Alish was first at 150, and then first was their heavyweight Jepson.
Interesting note. We both picked Casco to finish second, but they had 2 state qualifiers. Bayport had 3. Hortonville and Nina both had 4. And I believe Pulaski had 2.
Casco only had 2 qualifiers.
Yeah, dude, they've just been collectively as a team. That's the whole thing with them. It's like a guy like Lawson Mitchell and Eli Tibbs. Neither of them qualified, but they both have been in the state. Like they have collectively a strong team, but they don't have like the big heavy hitters yet. They got kind of a young team too.
But
Jack
also
Falk
doesn't help that they're in the freaking sectional with 80 ranked
yes.
kids.
Also,
To all of you guys that were there, I heard they got out at like 10 p.m.
10:15 is what I heard. Casco's coach Chaz told me he left at 10:15 when 144-pound awards were still going on. Oh, that's a whole nother topic.
That should never happen.
Yeah, the whole
grow the sport.
Three mats.
So
at least 4 for everyone. Just because you have the time, that you have a smaller tournament. So just because you have the time of what you're accustomed to like doing, say at 6 o'clock you get out of a tournament, just because you have that time does not mean you take all that time. You have the opportunity to have a shorter day. You should do that. Like you shouldn't start at 10. Every tournament all year long starts at 9 a.m.
Dude, 10 o'clock start is a shot in the foot. You're already off to a slow start.
You start at 9 a.m., right? And then you run it through like you would a tournament. The only issue you should run into is wait times. You shouldn't be so concerned with wait times that you can't like that you're you should try and efficiently as possible. This is what we do with all of our events with our duels, our open. You get in and out. People, just because you have the whole day to play with does not mean you take the entire day for people to sit around in a gym.
It was funny. I was obviously I was at Port Washington, and people come up and chat and this and that, and there is a few people who are like, oh my, like it, you could just feel it was just dragging on, and so this is my thought. I was at the girls regional at Port Washington. There's 32 girls regionals. The general consensus was that we don't need a 2-step process just yet for the females. I don't think that's the way to go. 32 regionals. There was 23 girls in the tournament at Port Washington. I think that was pretty consistent throughout. I think I would say the average number was maybe 30. Maybe there was that one. I didn't go through all of them to see all the numbers, but that two-step process seems a little premature. And if you do that two-step process, maybe you cut down the number of regionals in half because that takes some of the stress off the host schools. You free up more refs. If that's because that kind of felt like it kind of was the rumbling was the refs were the issue. And if the refs were the issue, why do we have 32 girls tournaments if half those brackets only there? That tournament was done in like an hour. There was more waiting than wrestling for wait times. It was nuts. It was absolutely insane. So you got to go. I mean, you think about the Duffy, 6 mats, 16 teams. That's the same format as a sectional, but it was nuts. But
The Fondy one that I was at, they have the Fondy invite with 10 mats in 32 teams, and that was done like 3 hours ahead of when we finished the sectionals with 16 teams. It's been
yeah,
happening.
yeah. And then I guess I don't know if I don't know. I guess it is a big match, so you want to get it right. But do we need an assistant ref for the placement matches? I don't know. That just felt a little too much. But
That's not the one I'm going to hang my hat on and try and,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
but I don't know. Definitely a long. But yeah, a tournament 10. That's just nuts.
Can we
What do we
pull
got?
up Valors in Cedar Grove, Belgium, real quick?
Yes,
I
sir.
got Cedar Grove, Belgium winning that. They are very good.
That is a good squad.
They got 10 through. They might have the most through this year. I don't know that for certain, but 10 is a very high number. And knowing a lot of these good programs are in very tough sectionals.
Here's a question. Someone's probably gonna have the answer to this. I'm sure I've asked it before.
I love when people have the answer.
Has anyone ever gotten all 14 through? Southeast Polk just got all of their lineup through in Iowa. That seems nuts to me. I know Casco had like 12 or 11 that one year. Has anyone punched all 14 through? That's nuts. Because I think Southeast Polk is a big division in Iowa. But
See, 8 Wilmot. Wilmot getting 8 through. Watch out for them.
jeez, yeah, there's your wild card. But no, it is nuts. Also, that
They're going to win
Southeast Polk
their, they'll win their sectional. 6, 7 from Osceola.
they have a good squad.
7 from Mount Horeb. Oh, man. The Mount Horeb one's going to be fun. Oh, we have to talk about Evansville, Mount Horeb. Mineral Point got 7. Milton got 5. Marathon was 6. 8 from Kakana. Cedar Grove, Belgium
The
beat you.
state.
GT had 8. They've been a solid squad all year.
They're a sleeper squad, dude.
9 from Coleman.
And they get
10
the longest name award.
Brown Deer was 7. Who?
GT. I don't even know what it stands for. We don't in the rankings. It's just
Gale,
GT.
and it's like Gale. It's all abbreviations
Try
for a bunch of different
something.
schools.
There's like encompasses like 6 towns.
Yes. All right. What do we got?
Boom. Team sectional D3 at Cedar Grove, Belgium. This will be live on Rokfin. Cedar Grove is your top seed.
I think they just walked through this.
Yeah, I think kind of Molly.
Random Lake is who I think is. I think between Random Lake and Utsburg.
Utsburg was the qualifier last year.
Will be your true second teams, I believe, and I think I picked Random Lake if I remember correctly.
You didn't pick Living World Lutheran?
I did pick Random Lake. You picked Utsburg. Crosby picked Utsburg to take second, and John picked Random Lake. So we're split. We're a house divided.
Utsburg.
That's to finish second as the runner-up.
They had a fun duel last year at Team State. I'm trying to remember who it was. It was a fun round at D3.
Pull it up on Mason Richards' profile. Liam Richards' profile. I bet. Hold on.
It's
Wait,
Peter.
He's on. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. My brain's fried. It's not even the right division. What am I doing? Hold on.
God, that is nuts. Someone just put the whole GET. It's Galesville, Ettrick, Trembolo Melrose Mindoro. Oh my God, that's nuts.
All right, Liam Richards, Utzberg. Here we go. Team state last year. You say?
I think they had a fun.
Are you sure
I,
they? I don't think they were at Team State, pal.
I thought they
Were they?
were. Yeah, because I remember Nash Banco wrestle. I thought
Wasn't Nash has been at Army for like 2 years, I think.
maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking something. Maybe it was the year before. I don't know. There's a lot of results, dude. I've seen it. At this point, the wrestling just
Keep
happens,
moving.
blends together. The past 4 years is just one match.
I'm pretty certain they were not.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. You win some, you lose most. But okay, you like that one? That's the wise words of Tony Scafidi. Shout out New Berlin Eisenhower. They're both wrestlers, Joey. They're tough.
Oh, I can't find Team State on USA Wrestling. So maybe
Because it wasn't on USA Wrestling last year, bro. Or maybe they. Oh,
I
I guess.
know, but neither was any state, but it still shows up.
Dang, 5 towns for 2 schools. That's nuts. All right. Let's roll through some results from sectionals, shall we?
Yes.
Um, First, actually, I got to give some love. Combat Corner, check them out. It's awesome going to events and seeing people rep the awesome merchandise of WIwrestle. If you guys want to join the club, go to our website, click shop, and head over to combatcorner.com for some awesome WIwrestle gear. But in addition to that, they've got just about everything you could need. They've got all sorts of hoodies, crew necks, singlets, custom made gear. Maybe you want to try jiu-jitsu. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that you could buy. Also, they do custom stuff. You guys might need some club singlets for freestyle, some state shirts. Hit them up. They can make it. Custom print, custom singlets, custom everything. Check them out, combatcorner.com. But we'll go through some results, and then we'll kind of touch base on where we were at. But Menominee sectional number 10, Bailey Casey drops down and takes out number 3, Larson, 2-1 in the finals. So that was a big result there for Casey. Up at the Preble, there was a lot of stuff, but the one that stuck out the most to me was Botting defeats Gene Quart in the finals 5-3. Botting now has taken out Schneider by Major and Gene Quart. Both of those individuals were number 1 at some point in the year, who have also beaten most of the field, obviously, because they held that number 1 spot. So Botting is your 1 seed at 138, and he is looking pretty ready to win that state title. Richland Center, number 3, Tommy Heiser of Evansville.
Utzberg was at Team State last year. You good memory.
I take it back. You win a lot. Richland Center, number 3, Heiser with a nice win.
They wrestled Wyega Fremont, 45-33. They lost.
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a good one. Number 3, Heiser over number 5, Owen, and then also over number 2, Mayer. Mayer takes second over Owen. That will be a fun state bracket with Madsen as the 1 seed. Heiser's looking really good, but Mayer, I mean, he had that really good match with Crook, so that will be a great top 3. Independence, a number 1 ranked wrestler, Taylor Underwood of Marathon. He falls in the finals to number 12, Kinninger. That's one that's interesting because Underwood's the 1 seed and he just lost. How does that make sense? I don't know. You tell me. And then Greenfield, Brendan Grabett at heavyweight wins a very tough bracket with 4 other ranked wrestlers. He pins everybody in under 50 seconds, including number 11 and number 6. So he is looking ready to make the podium at state. And then on the girls' side at regionals, Lainey Vaughn avenges her semifinals loss to number 1 Hutter by Major, 9-1. So she is looking at that top spot now, and she will, now they've got sectionals. Like I said, we got that girls bracket reveal on Sunday.
But
But
Brindley are sisters, right? They're from the same school. They're like a weight class apart or 2 weight class. Brindley,
Yep.
Laney and Brindley.
And then we had the little sister Vaughn and Little Cheese.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wrestling going on in that house. But that's fast. We'll rewind. Fond du Lac, you were at Fondy. Some very good matches, some very good finals. Most notably, I I got it here. There was 3 ranked guys at 106. Weber comes out on
Screen
top.
sharing it again, so I can just
What?
look at the brackets. You should just be screen sharing the brackets again.
I can do
If you're
that.
good.
Yeah, that's worthy of Fond du Lac. Let me pull it up.
They're all worthy.
I gotta figure out
Did
if
you have tough sectionals when you were in high school?
Hmm?
Uh,
My freshman year, I lost to a kid from Valders. Actually, I think, dude, I'll never forget it. This is engraved in my brain. I had such a bad bloody nose. Um, it was stuck. The plug was stuck, and I remember my coach was like, "I don't care if I lose this in your brain. You're not losing this match because of blood time." And he shoved it so far up my nose, and I was like, in the moment, I'm like, I'm more worried about getting this thing out of my nose. But I won the match. So yeah, I think I took third that year, and I placed at state. And then my sophomore year, I lost to Brady McFarland. He pinned
I
me,
remember
caught
him.
me.
Yeah, from Sheboygan.
Muskego.
Oh no, Brady McFarland's from Muskego. I I think
That
my
was a
I think my
crazy.
sister dated him in high
Really?
school. I think
That
so.
was a
Wait,
crazy
no,
state bracket.
maybe one of the Muskego wrestlers might have been him.
That state bracket was nuts. You had that was the year that Bo lost in the finals to Reinhardt. So that was Reinhardt went to Wisconsin, Bo went to Nebraska. Dylan Anderson beat me for third. He went to Minnesota. I took fourth, ended up at Missouri. And then McFarland and a Kakana kid took fifth and sixth. They both wrestled for like St. Cloud and like one other
Was
D3.
McFarland the Super Jack guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
But everyone, 4 D1s, 3 of them are Big Ten, and then the other ones went to really good D3 and D2 programs. That was a loaded bracket. That was a fun one. So yeah, I had some good ones. And then junior and senior year was kind of Pewaukee was
Nice.
kind of always in like a
Good
not a great
sectional.
one. Yeah.
You took third
Um,
freshman year. All right, back to the
what are we
freshman
looking
year.
at?
Fond du Lac.
Fondy. Okay. Pull it up. 106. Colin Weber looking pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean it was a really good bracket with Connemara kid's name that I can't pronounce. You,
Monorail.
you
I
get
don't
it.
know.
You get
He's
it. That's
five.
better than what
He's the fifth ranked wrestler. He's had a really good season.
Yeah, he did. But Riley Longden wrestled really well, I thought. And in that match, I think that was their semifinal, right? I can't see anything. But
Longden and Weber are little cheesers. I always like to
yes.
point that out.
But that semifinal was a really fun one because you kind of knew you're like, this is the one that's going to determine who's going to state. I felt like. Not that they wouldn't have beat Weber, but I just know in that moment I was like, if you win this match, you know you're going to be a lock to go because the loser's going to take third. So
Yeah.
if you lost in the finals, it's not really the end of the world.
So that was a good one. 113. Mason Moody. Also, if you guys didn't know, you see this little play button? That's archive footage. But Moody kind of rolls to the finals. Ranked win in the semi over Ross. I believe Ross was like sixth.
Yeah.
And then,
But
dude, if you can beat Lubinsky by major, I'm impressed. Lubinsky's tough, dude. We saw him ride
super,
Rug out for
super
an
skilled.
entire period. Like, he's a really good wrestler. Lubinsky over Ross for a true second.
See, that's like another kid from Waconomowoc. That's what I'm saying. Like they have such a good team. That guy's ranked sixth. Monraleigh was ranked fifth. Neither of them qualified for state.
Isn't that
Like
nuts?
they have such a solid squad for them. I mean,
And I
I
want
don't
to
know if
say
it's
that
14 deep, but they're pretty well rounded.
Monorail was maybe top 3 at one point, which is kind of
He
nuts.
was. He was.
Keep it moving here. 120. Woo, baby. Zonbiel, the 1 seed, rolls to the
Who's it?
finals, and then Lincoln Swick.
What an epic match,
I
dude.
heard that place was loud.
I've never heard a gym that loud before. It was insane, and everyone was like, like I, everyone was cheering for Swick in that moment, and I don't know why because it wasn't like a controversial match or anything. It was literally just good wrestling, and then I think they just wanted to like because Beal beat him last time. I genuinely think it's fun to see the other guy win.
Did Beal bump up to avoid him at conference? There could have been a little shady about that.
I have no idea, but I know that the place was unreal loud when he scored that takedown because Beal was leading the entire match and Swick obviously got that late score and then wins it. But that was, oh my gosh, it was so fun to I was just sitting there and yeah, it was crazy, so loud.
It's
And
nuts
now
because
Beal's the 1 seed,
Beal's
so
the
the
one
loss
seed
doesn't
and
matter at
Swick's the
all.
7, and he's gonna have freaking DiPiazza in the quarters, dude.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks so much for
It
either of
blow
them because I mean, one of them they're both super good. I think both of them can win that match. It sucks for either of them to have that good a guy in the quarter.
100%. But it's just like I just don't know. There's a lot of other people in that bracket that could be for Beal to have taken 2 losses in the last 2 weeks and get the 1 seed over all the other studs in that bracket is absurd to me. But yeah, I don't know.
2 losses in the last 2 weeks.
He lost to Rivera at
Yeah, he got pinned.
conference.
He went up a weight
Yeah.
though, so different weight class, but yeah. But yeah, I get it.
Gavin Walters over Weber in the semis. That's a ranked win. And then 24-13. Holy smokes. Bounces.
If you haven't watched this match, go watch this match. I'm not kidding.
2
This match
matches.
is anybody like Jake said, that little blue button, it's archived. You can watch that exact match, go to the bracket. This match is just everything you'd want. It was razor close, like into the third period. At the start, at the start, is it Gish? I can't see.
It's Gish, yes.
Yes,
Jeez,
Gish
got close
put
to the screen, bro.
Gish legitimately put it's our footage. He put Walters on his back and got near fall and had him stuck. The
7.
only reason he didn't get the pin is because time ran out. And then Walters flipped the script, does the exact same thing to close out the second period, has Gish stuck on his back. And the only reason he doesn't get the pin is time runs out. And we have this close match going into the third. And then all of a sudden, like a flip of a switch, Walters just like 4 takedowns. And like he gets the first one, you're like, okay. And immediately you just see him go to cut him. And some of the crowd started going, oh, like, okay, like what's happened? And then he just kept hard cutting him and he just started takedown.
6 takedowns. Oh my God.
It was insane. He just like flip of a switch in the third period, close match, and then he just is like, all right, no more. And he just rattles off takedowns. I haven't seen a match like that in some time. I mean, it was so close until all of a sudden it wasn't at all.
And Walters is that is the state now. Walters is the 2.
Mm.
Dude, where is it? I wouldn't want to wrestle Walters.
No, I
He
don't.
can,
Yeah,
he
he's
can
the guy
keep
that-
a freaking pace, that's for sure.
Yeah.
132.
Him and Hayes gonna be so fun. They're on opposite sides, right?
Yeah, he's the one.
Perfect.
Bustler is my sleeper pick at 132, man. If he's on, he's on. He wrestled Shemin really well at the Duffy. He's avenged some losses. But Bustler with a solid tournament here. Lynch takes true second.
Yeah, Bustler was like he's just like the sleeper guy that just got it done all weekend. It was yeah. Are you going through every weight in this?
I was just gonna browse it quickly. I mean, this is a fun final. Schneider over Sandoval. That's a ranked matchup.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I was curious how that would go. Oh, Schneider. I love this. I'm sitting there with Steve, Snapdown Media guy, and Schneider wins, and he is like pump up. He's like number 1 or something like that. Like woo, yeah. And his coach is like, no. He goes, no, like no
And
celebrating.
his dad.
And he looks at him and he goes, and he keeps doing it. It was so funny.
But isn't
I
that
loved it. And me and
isn't the
Steve were
West
like,
Coast his dad?
I don't know. I don't know everyone's parents and kids.
I'm pretty sure that Oshkosh West's coach is Schneider. I could be wrong though, but I thought that's what it was.
You might be on something. Okay.
Let's see. Any other brackets from here?
Dude, it was so fun though. And I was like, I hope he keeps doing that. It was great. I loved it.
Nye wins a bracket with a couple ranked guys.
That was a good bracket that he won over
Bass
bro,
over
beat
Johnson.
Both of them.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the teams though. It kind of goes
Brody
back.
Harris ranked 7th and didn't qualify. That's a tough bracket.
So this is Oconomowoc. They go third, first, fifth, DMP, third, first, second, sixth, DMP, seventh, third. That's an above average lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Compare that to Hartford.
I
Seventh
feel like
DMP first, DMP eighth, DMP seventh
that's
first,
gotta,
seventh first.
they
I don't know.
gotta be related. Now you're making me think about it. That's got to be his kid.
Yeah.
Never really thought about that.
So Hartford gets more through. Obviously, they've got four first, but one, two, three, four, five first. But if you weren't first, the next best was seventh. So I
Uh,
don't know. Maybe you just like weight it differently to where like a higher placing is. I don't know. But we'll kick her back to the main screen. Um, where do you want to go from here? Kind of. Do we want to touch on state brackets? Do we want to wait?
I think we definitely. You said you had some disgruntles, but did you already air them out?
I mean, we can look at them, but there's just a couple that just don't make any sense.
I mean, what we're gonna have a list of the best Thursday night matches that we need to pay attention to. Top of that list is gonna be Max Gonzalez, Hunter Stevens. That should be a state final. I really was hoping they were
I
gonna.
mean, we just gotta take this into consideration right here. Like this
What?
should never happen. This top half of this bracket.
Oh, what is it? Okay, Ingham,
And this is the thing that drives me absolutely bonkers. Are people
Hunter
like, well, it's better
Stevens.
than the
Oh
old
my
system?
gosh,
Well, the
yeah.
old
I didn't
system.
even realize Hunter was the 1 seed. I didn't even pay attention to that. I got so fixated on the 4 and 5.
Ingham is the one, and then Max is four, and Stevens is five. And honestly, I don't know how you could put Gonzalez. I mean, they shouldn't be 4 and 5, but wouldn't you put Stevens ahead of Gonzalez? Just like much tougher schedule, probably some more ranked wins, definitely more wins. He's at 48-2 versus 14-0. I guess neither of them had a season last
So
year.
winning
That throw a
percentage,
bunch,
I guess. Does it slide down to winning percentage because he's at 100%, even though he's got all the less wins?
and neither of them had last year results because they're both out, which is interesting.
What if it went like number of wins and then winning percentage after that?
Yeah, but then does that hold too much weight? I guess yeah. There's no
I
good.
don't know.
I,
All I know is that previous year results could basically be scrapped. You basically don't need any of that until the very
yeah.
bottom.
I and people say like, well, it's better than the old system. But at least the old system, there was no like nitpicking. It was you're separated from the person you wrestled at sectionals. You're one, you wrestle a two. That's it. The bracket is just completely random. I'd almost rather have that.
I've heard some rumblings of that. I don't
I
know
hate
if
when
I'd
people say
rather
that
have
though,
that.
because if there's a system in place, the system should at least accurately to a higher like that shouldn't happen. Or like this. This also should not happen. Now, maybe someone will fact check me and say that there was like some other thing that happened in the bracket that caused this. Jack Simmons has 8 losses, 2 of which are to Regats. How was Regats the 4? Is there other? I mean, I'm sure maybe deep within this bracket there are some other things, but 8 losses is a lot for a 1 seed. Granted, like there's 3 loss, there's a 2 loss, but Regats beat him at conference and
Brett is his dad. That makes it more funny that
yeah.
he started celebrating. He said no. He says
Ah.
don't celebrate. He just woo.
Um, so that doesn't make sense to me. Is that you have 2 losses in back-to-back weeks to someone in this bracket, dude? What? I could go on and on. What's another one? I mean, we've talked about this. That this shouldn't happen. I like this is a
Which one?
crazy quarterfinal. Swick as the 7. Beal has back-to-back weeks with losses. He should not be a 1. I mean, to have Lancaster, Swick, and DiPazza, that's a fun. Who gets out on the bottom, you think?
Lancaster, Swick, DiPiazza. Oh lordy. I can't read the damn bracket. Who matches up first with who? Oh yeah, zoom in. That helps me. There we go. Oh, Cooper Herzing's down there too. Okay. Okay. DiPiazza, Swick. All right. Here's how it goes. If Swick beats DiPiazza,
He's beating Lancaster.
I think so. I think DiPiazza beats Lancaster too. Sorry, Rex Lancaster. I think both those guys.
Bout
Are really good.
1096 is your semifinal in my eyes.
What's that?
This bout
Oh,
is the semifinal.
yeah, it's weird. It's gonna be one of the Thursday night matches that we have to watch. This is, yeah. Don't worry, we'll have a list. We'll have a list of the Thursday night matches we all need to be fixed on.
Dude, maybe we go live on like Monday or something and just look at brackets. I mean, we also have a state show, but there's so much that we could break down. I'm actually curious. Um, let's see here. D1. So, like, this is also interesting to me. Xanten
He
just
did
lost to
just lose.
Metzler.
He did.
Just
He
lost to
did
him
at sectionals.
at sectionals. Not that
Whereas,
big of a switch up.
yeah, but head to head's supposed to be the number one thing.
Make it make sense. It makes no
That
sense.
actually makes that might be the worst one of all because they are literally next to each other. That might be the worst one we've looked at. Metzler beat Xanten at sectionals, and he's the 3 and Xanten's the 2. And head to head is your number 1 seeding. Like that is there is no excuse on that. That genuinely might be the worst one that we've seen altogether because they are next to each other.
And didn't Grow just lose to somebody, or was that a
Stamer,
different?
Brady Stamer.
Yeah,
He's the 7.
yeah, which is a quarterfinal. But like, you can't lose to someone and be seated ahead of them. That doesn't make sense.
Well, there's a lot of those cases, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but the one where they're literally next to each other in the seating, and the guy that lost is ahead of him when head to head is your number 1 criteria, that genuinely makes no sense.
It's bonkers, man. I'm gonna save my tangent, but I just it's get a room of guys and they gotta hash it out with a little human input. I don't know who it is. I'm sure there would be a
I
ton
can't
of
do it.
people that do it. Is there a committee? I don't
Previously,
know, but dude,
I'll do it.
the weight of previous
Coach just
results
said he
is
put his picks in. About
way
time.
too much. The freshmen get just absolutely hosed. It's like when Wolbert beat Ben Bass 3 times and he was a 3 seed and Bass was a 1 seed. Ball don't lie. Kellen beat him in the finals that year, but like,
Yeah, and an epic match.
oh,
I think the first step to fixing it is you take out all this past year stuff,
yeah,
especially with high school. It
it's
should
like the
hold
last thing on the
little,
list.
very little to no weight at all when it comes to seeding the
Also, if
16.
people are moving divisions, that also has an effect, I feel like. Because, like, if you take third at one division and now you're in a different division, I don't think that holds the same weight.
Yeah, I would agree. And if you weigh 106 pounds and then the next year you hit a growth spurt and wrestle 132,
Yeah.
that doesn't.
And so this is
Silas Daly, Sawyer Daler. I remember a couple years ago, he was one. He went. I remember this because I've brought this up to people so many times. He's so massive. He wrestled 138 as a freshman, and then it was like 150 or 157 as a sophomore. But then last year and this year, he wrestled 190. Are we really taking into account that 150 or 157 pound like? And now he's at 90. Like that is not the same wrestling.
I and it's kind of the honestly, I just saw this. It's kind of the perfect storm. You now have 2 weeks to see this thing correctly. There's no excuse.
Also, I
It's
don't want
not
to
like
keep
it's a
ranting. We're
Saturday
gonna be
and
done.
there's 4 days and it's boom Thursday. You have 2 weeks. You have a week and a half before competition starts. You don't need to release them right away. What?
Um, um, why why don't they release seating after team sectionals when a lot of these guys are going to wrestle again? I just thought of that last night. I was laying in bed. I was like,
I
why
didn't
is the
even
rush
think
now?
about that. There is going to be some head-to-head
I was like,
matches that happen.
oh yeah. And in my head, I was like, I was laying in bed last night. I was like, huh. Why? Like, what is the rush? Why don't we do it after team sectionals? The girls obviously are released as team sectionals. They don't have team sectionals, but like we always used to do it that because it would go sectionals and then state was that week. So it's not like it had to be out 2 weeks early, but there's going to be a lot of head-to-head wrestling that happens this weekend across every division, every sectional that will directly be with people at state.
Oh, I
Um,
don't like that at all. Now you say that, that sucks. There's going to be a
why?
head-to-head
Like why?
matchup.
Oh. I mean, there's 2 at every weight in every sectional, and a lot of those guys will probably end up matching up across the state at some shape or form. Not everyone, but there will certainly be people that end up matching up of the 2
Yeah.
qualifiers.
Nuts. Yeah, Jason, they did reseed, but it was because of the medical forfeit issue. So, I mean, they should go reseed every bracket again. But, um, man, moving in the right direction. But It needs to be tweaked. There needs to be some adjustments. I guess we get the flair of the fun Thursday night matchups again.
But not all kids in the brackets will be involved in team sectionals, so those kids get hosts. Um, but not all
It's
kids
gonna
in the
be
bracket.
really shitty for some kids to beat someone that's at state.
No, they won't. But I, I can't get words
Bring
out.
back the old format.
They're not all in
I
it.
like
That's
team
fine,
sections
but
on
people don't
Tuesday.
all wrestle every tournament during the season, anyways. Like some people are out a week because they're on a vacation or what. Like, I don't think that really is an issue because it's just head to head. Really, that you're looking for. It might change your winning percentage a little bit, but people don't wrestle at stuff during the year because they sit out or their team takes a weekend off. So I don't think that would really be much of a difference. Really, it's the winning percentage. One win is not at this point of the season probably won't change your winning percentage very much. And obviously, right now with the last results being a factor, those are sucky, but those are going to be considered. And then really, it would just change your head-to-head common opponent a little bit. But I think that would be a better, accurate representation of how people should be seated.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like that was a sigh for everybody around the state.
You're
Unless you're one of the people or many of the people that got the 1 seed that had lost. They're like, yes. I could only imagine if you were the previous one and then they reseeded and you were not the one anymore, I would have been banging my head into a wall.
JD, it happened to JD.
Yeah, Larson. I mean, he just flips to the 2. It's not the end of the world, but like Larson goes to like a 5 seed. Like that was a big like you go from 1 with a bye to now you're not even a top 3 seed. That's nuts.
That one's a massive difference.
Like what?
Yeah, but those make sense with the whole medical forfeit thing.
They do.
Like you should have fixed that, and I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I agree with all the way the criteria for the rest of the coaches is, though.
I'm very excited. We're going to have a guest on the show at the stage show that talks about competitive balance. I'm very excited to pick his brain about that because I have a lot of questions. But
oh yeah,
yeah,
the Heat. All right. What else do we have to touch on? The Badgers obviously won. That's big. They take out Michigan. I don't know. I'm so fixed on high school right now.
Yeah.
Good job. Parkside beat St. Cloud. That was pretty sweet. So St. Cloud was undefeated in the dual season this year in conference. Parkside beats them in the last duel of the year. That's good news. The Badgers obviously upset Michigan. Meckler on senior day gets a huge upset win. Love to see that. Ingham with a big win. Zargo with a solid win. Things are on track. They wrestle, I believe Sunday it is, against UNI. They wrestle this weekend in their final duel in Iowa against UNI. That will be fun. That one's going to be a big one. UNI's good squad. Very good squad.
Very tough.
That'll be a big duel.
Have you seen their heavyweight?
Is it?
Probably. It's like that goat roper, dude. He's like all the talk on Flow. He's got the mullet. He just like throws people. He had a crazy headlock.
No way he throws Amos.
No, I'm just saying he's dangerous. He's dangerous. Oh, he's a character. But no. Yeah, dude, college is sweet. We can college. I love college wrestling, but for the next how many days?
Ed, sorry.
Until team state is over at 6 p.m. in wherever in the lacrosse center, which I'm also. I would say 3/4 of the state is not happy about that location change, but all I can think about is high school wrestling right now.
Oh man, Jason's got a good one. Will forfeits at team sectionals impact if a team is picked as the wild card? I don't know.
Oh,
I couldn't find all this stuff. I was trying. I'm still gonna try, and hopefully people. I mean, I'll read it one more time. I sent a text and asked.
A very reputable source.
Yeah, is there a place where we can find the wild card point system to see how teams earn points? And then I asked about individual state seating criteria because I could only find team state. And the reply I got was they are the same. Individuals are issued points and compared with those in their weight class for that event. Team state seeds and the wild cards compare the kids in the respective weight class as a point total is accumulated like a duel. Wild card will be the second place team from the 7 sectionals that has the highest point total in the comparison. And then obviously that video was linked. St. Cloud won? No, St. Cloud didn't win. Parkside won. What is going on?
Mental
Is my
pretzel,
brain
dude.
that broken? I swear Parkside won that duel. Frick! St. Cloud won that duel. I'm so dumb.
Dude, put some respect on the Rangers. You don't even know their results?
Dude, I was so focused on Fond du Lac this weekend. I looked at the graphic. I liked the graphic because I thought they won.
Ridiculous.
That's the show. That show. This is the worst show of all time. That's the show. Get me out of here.
No,
Oh,
I had a lot of fun. I thought this was a great time.
worst show of all time.
We've got to give a shout out though to our favorite farm,
Fake news.
Grappling
St. Cloud
Gardens.
won. Crap.
Grappling Gardens, our favorite farm around Richfield, Wisconsin. Check them out. They've got all sorts of awesome stuff. The weather's getting warm. Seasonal stuff is coming in. Check them out at their website, on their socials to see what farmers markets are at. What have they got online? You can see that little shop tab. They've got stuff that you can buy on the store. Check them out, grapplinggardens.com. Yeah, we got 5 events live this weekend. It's going to be Wrestling Overload. We've got Slinger, Nina, Valders, Cedar Grove, and Kewaskum. And we've got this on Sunday. Dude, we're going to be on ABC.
What?
We're going to
Always be Cradlin?
No. It's not ABC like that. Look at the little logos down there. ABC 27, ABC 9, ABC 19, ABC 18. We're going to be on a local news network. We've made it. But
I better make sure I got my freaking facts right. Holy cow. Yeah, tune in live Sunday for girls individual state bracket reveal. At the same time, we will be dropping some breadcrumbs of, and by breadcrumbs, I mean who gets the wild card. We will be announcing the three teams that earn the Team State Boys wild card as well on that show. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Dude.
I'm not quite sure how we plan to make those announcements, but I know we're going to do something. It's not going to be boring because I'm allergic to boring and I want entertainment.
If it's not one of the 2 teams that should get it, and you know the teams I'm talking about, I'm going to run through the brick wall that's in our office. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be...
Yeah, I got the Badgers right. The Badgers beat Michigan. I didn't screw that one up.
No. I had a lot of people text me like, how did they beat them? I'm like, well, they won. All right.
Cool.
Anything...
Badgers beat Michigan?
Yeah, people just couldn't believe that result after what happened against Indiana.
Meckler's a dog. That's how. Zargo got a big win. Freaking Amos, man, that one pissed me off. Now I'm losing a little faith. I'm not buying stock. I'm holding.
It's a little dip. It's a little dip. It happens.
I'm holding my stock. Got to figure out. I straight up think it's a cardio problem. You lose 1 time, okay, it happens. 2 times, 3 times, and the third one is a stall that you get pushed. You're just getting pushed around the mat, and it's a stall because you don't circle in on the edge. That tells me you're tired, and then you look back at the other 2, and it's like, I guess you didn't move your feet, so maybe you're tired. I think it's a cardio problem, which is bad because we're at the end of the season. You shouldn't have cardio problems.
Yeah. It's the new age of heavyweight, dude. They're light. They're agile. They're mobile. Cole Mirasola, dude, beating Feldman.
Oh my gosh,
nuts! But man, a lot of great wrestling coming up. Live events, live shows, bracket reveals. We're gonna have it.
Can we look at D3 157? How do we think this breaks down?
Oh God.
Okay, can we look at one more for the people?
We got nothing but time, dude. This is what we got.
Nothing but time. One more for the people. One more.
I'm going to be doing this later anyways. D2 157?
D3.
D3.
That's what the comments say.
Can they put these in just division order? Oh boy, what are they? What do we need to look at
Zoom
though?
in. I can't see anything.
Ham's
Please
your
don't say what's
one.
happening. Yes. Okay. Gabe
Undefeated
Gerber.
Gerbers are two.
Ham. I did watch Ham get pinned by Chambers at the Aquinas Quad, and then he took the other loss to. I know this as
Chambers is a
well.
pinning machine, my dude.
That guy is fearless to go up top. I know who the other Ham loss was too, and I can't think of it, but I remember seeing the result and going, "Oh my!" Newville in that crazy one, 22-15.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that's nuts.
Yeah. Okay, so he's the 1 seed. Doesn't lose to anybody in his division, but he does have 2 losses. Gerber 16-0. I'm willing to bet the reason that this is because of last year's state result. Because Gerber did not make the finals and Ham did, correct? What's individual state result for him last year? Wrong one. Isn't that another one above it? Bingo.
Yep. Fourth
So
place
Billy
versus second.
4th, right? And Ham was the runner-up last year, right? I'm like
Yes.
95% certain.
Yes, he
My
was.
brain's still broken though.
Yep, he lost to Weiler.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's probably why he got the 1 seed because he didn't lose. Which, I think probably should be flipped. He's got 2 losses on the year. Gerber the 2, or Gerber the 1, Ham the 2. How does this shake out though? I do think Colin Ham is rather pretty good. He would be my pick to win this bracket, whether he was the 1 or the 2 seed.
Ham's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hargrove is a fun one to watch because I talked about this a bunch in their quad when I was watching him wrestle. He's really solid, but he needs to take more risk,
yeah.
and it would pay big dividends.
Man. State is so much fun.
Swain Stencil this is fun because Stencil had a crazy match with Ham that Ham won. But I mean, it was a very competitive match. Stencil could certainly make a run here out of the 7 and make the finals. I believe that.
I feel like this is a good one. It's a fun bracket. I mean, they're all fun, but
I could see Stencil and Gerber both making it out of the bottom half. Emmett Collins, let me check his thing. I think I would go Stencil and he lost to Birdshaw, he lost to Hargrove. Or no, he beat Birdshaw and Hargrove. Lost to 9, Chambers. I know. Oh, and Tritz is on the bottom half too, isn't he, Jake? Right.
Yep. He's a 6.
That's good for him though, because he did lose to Ham this year, bad.
And this is a bracket that kind of got shuffled around a lot.
So we have the Tritz, I believe, is ranked 2nd. Gerber's like 5 or 6. Stencil's 3 or 4. Yeah. There's a Stencil and Gerber would be my 2, I think, that I would pick to come out of the bottom half. Tritz is a fun wrinkle. Collins is obviously very good. I think he's like 5th. He's in that same mix. Oh, this is a good bracket. I didn't deep dive all of them, but whoever asked this question had a good question. What? All right.
In contacts or something, my dude.
Good. I'm picking Ham to win it, but I've already said my thoughts.
I haven't even really looked at the chat. Do a break. They want breakdowns now. We got
no. One more. D3 126. One more. For the people.
Oh boy.
What? I'm just waiting to see you pull it up.
This is a fun bracket.
My eyes hurt.
Regan Roy is the 1. Your 2 is Parker Spearings. Liam Carey.
Yeah. No, this
three.
is a perfect example. Regan Roy, I bet you, I'm willing to bet he is the 1 seed because he was a state champion last year.
Who did Roy just?
But Roy has multiple losses this year. And he's lost to Underwood. He lost to Tibbs, who at the time, Tibbs was unranked. Obviously, Tibbs didn't even qualify in D1. Lost to Hamilton. He's beaten Weber, Hurley, Hale, Braden Hale Toomey, Hurley twice. Yeah. Who's going to win this bracket? I think it's between Sheard and Carey. Where are they?
3 and 4. They're opposite.
That's good. That's good. They're my 1 and 2 guys. Spearings is going to be Spearings Carey is going to be the semifinal. I feel really strongly about that. I would say I was looking at Obermeier.
Sheard lost to who? He lost to.
Carey.
But he
But
has
then he
3
avenged the
losses.
loss. But he avenged the loss.
Oh, he's got 1 out of state.
He lost to Carey in their duel. It was like 12-6 or 12-5, something like that. But then he just avenged that loss. Where was that? He just beat Carey.
But he's got 3 losses though. Huh. I wonder what
Lose
that.
out of state.
Well, it's one. Yeah.
I believe the other 2 are from out of state. Okay.
This
Regan
isn't nuts, bro.
Roy, 3 losses. This will be a lot of fun. Sheard and Roy will be fun. They haven't wrestled. Carson Weiler and Sheard is going to be fun.
Give me Sheard over Carey in the finals.
Well, that Thursday night match will be Weiler's our 4th ranked guy. Sheard's the 2nd ranked guy. So that's a 2 versus 4 quarterfinal. Winner gets the 5th ranked guy, returning state champ, Regan Roy. But Regan Roy, this is a perfect example. This is at 126, and Regan Roy won state at what was it, 106, 113, 106. I'm pretty positive. I'm double check here. Yeah, he won it at 106. So it's like, how much should that matter when you're wrestling at 126 pounds now a year later? Like, it shouldn't. The past is the past. Let's move forward.
You hating on all the lightweights, dude? What the hell?
No, I'm just saying it's a big difference.
No, I agree with you. Oh my God, I have so many tabs open. All right. That was a good show. That was a deep dive. Maybe we'll throw something in next week. Maybe do more of that. But
our picks for every team sectional is coming out right after the show. Crosby. By the way, we did not give him the name GOAT. I don't want anybody thinking that. I want you making fun of him. He gave himself the name GOAT in our doc. We wrote our names in, and he wrote the GOAT. So make fun of him if you see him. If you don't know him, still make fun of him. That would be more funny. He'd be like, he would straight up be like, I'm just getting made fun of by these random people. That would be great.
Or he's going to beat us all in the picks and be rubbing it in our face. Don't know.
You can take a look for yourself and see why I picked the best picks.
But thank you guys for tuning in. 5 team sectionals live this weekend. We've got the bracket reveal on Sunday at 3 p.m. with the wild card picks. And then Thursday morning at 8 a.m., we have a great show coming your way. We've got the annual state show. We've got a great panel of hosts. We've got some great guests, some great topics. It's going to be electric. It's going to be live on just about all the WIwrestle socials and everything.
So it's going to be me. So you're producing it, and you'll have your camera on you, but you're not out on the front as oh, that's a Brewers hat. I didn't know that. Yeah, I said yesterday it was a nice hat, but I had no idea what it was. All right, so the guests, or not the guests, the people on the show the talent on the show Thursday morning before individual state is going to be me, Crosby, Matea, and Mr. Caden Henschel. I don't think I'm forgetting anyone. And then the guests are to be named later. Those are surprises, but they are good ones.
It's gonna, dude. I'm pumped. It's gonna be so much
And the
fun.
show's so fun. Yeah, we get into brackets, we get into some history stuff. We just talk about everything that is Wisconsin high school wrestling, the current year, some previous stuff. It's so fun. And what a great way to start your morning of state week. You're driving into Madison, you're already there, you're just trying to get a nice little morning going, listening to something, throw it on. And that will be Thursday morning, 8 a.m. and we're gonna get after it. We got some good guests.
Yes, we do. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see